Welcome. We are at one of the probably the world's most dangerous decks here. I'm here with my buddy Jeff Ostroff.
Hi.
And we just took a look at the other world's most dangerous deck on the other side of this structure here, but come around back here and see what we're talking about. We're down here in Central Florida, and oh my goodness, take a look at this butte. So what do you see, Jeff? What's standing out to you? What isn't standing out to you?
Well,
my
first
goodness.
of all, you know, you got this railing here, which is illegal because it's not high enough off of the stairs, but then it just comes down to like nothing here. It should be elevated up to about this point here,
Is this
right?
MDF or something?
This looks like
a veneer.
Yeah.
From a bed or something.
Yeah, it looks like a bedboard.
Same with here, and then it's held on by more bed joints, and my goodness.
And then the other thing is these blocks that they put here on here. I don't know why they would do these to support the steps, because they should be screwed in or nailed in, right?
Right. Yeah, there's not a whole lot holding these boards on, so these are going to collapse or fail at some point if they don't. Check this out up here. We've got, for whatever reason, maybe they missed it and just didn't care, and they've got a double step on that one. I'm not sure what's going on. Let's come look over here. This is insane. Oh my goodness. So we've got our ledger board right here, and it's actually a double ledger, and so I'm not sure how that even works. I'm guessing maybe they screwed one end into the house and then they just screwed the other board on top of that one, but you can see it's coming off. I mean, down here, holy cow, this whole thing's about to fall apart. Looks like someone has recently tried to stabilize it at least a little bit, but it is bad. Jeff, what are you seeing down here? This is bad.
I'm seeing a lot of separation. And remember what we saw in the deck out front is this 4x4 post here is illegally supporting just the plank.
Yeah.
It should be supporting underneath these side joists right there.
It's doing that on all the sides here. So we've got that one back here doing the same thing. Holy cow, look at this. This whole beam here is coming right out. At least they did 2x8s back here. And but man, these are just completely separated. They're really doing nothing. At least this one over here is totally separated.
Yeah, so you can see how this mistake has compounded because they decided to support the plank with it, and as everything sank, this is forcing upward on the plank, which is causing everything to rip out right from the top.
Right. Bad news. So there's a lot of things they could have done differently here. So our support posts here definitely should be going onto a Simpson strong tie or something of that nature that's then going to hold the corner pieces up in place. Because as they are right now, they're just holding the flooring planks in place, and that is just super dangerous. And that's why this whole thing is coming apart. And then I think they left, I can't tell, but I think they left all the vinyl siding on up here, which is also illegal and against code. You got to clear that out and go right up against the flashing underneath there. So this is just dangerous and wrong in every which way.
Yeah, and also when you get to the top of the stairs, I like to have a post supporting this in one way or another.
Yeah.
And instead they have it more or less on the side, so your support is now 2 or 4 screws or nails, whatever they put through here.
Right.
And that's a shearing force instead of a load on top of load.
Right. Man, this is bad.
You have no point load to ground with this.
So this thing is pretty nuts, and one of the worst jobs I've ever seen, honestly. But let's come around this way, and there's actually another one we want to show you.
Yeah, see, so this isn't a traditional where they make those triangle cuts here to support these.
Not a normal stringer. They just took a 2x12 and threw it up, which apparently you can do, but what you're supposed to be using, again, Simpson strong ties or something of that nature that are engineered for this, instead of just trying to drive a couple screws into these bottom support pieces. And in fact, yeah, I'm noticing screws poking out the backside here, and one's going in the other direction. So at least they tried to shore it up, but man, this is definitely not up to code. Jeff, do we dare go up these steps?
You're going first.
I'm going first, okay. I'll be the fall guy here, maybe literally. So one thing that's pretty cool about the code on these steps, oh my gosh, this just does not feel good. The variance in the height from one step to the other, from the top to the bottom, can't be more than 3/8 of an inch. They actually did a study in New York in the subway system where they did some of the steps staggered as a test, and 10% of the people, when they did a 3/8 or more height difference, tripped up the stairs because your feet kind of get used to the pattern. And so, oh my gosh, this is scary.
Yeah.
Wait till I go up to come up. I don't think it can handle 2 people. But So anyways, there's where you need to have your consistency in height, and I have no idea if this is anywhere close to consistent in height here.
And it's not even legal height. I can tell just by eyeballing the space between these steps. They're too high.
They're too high. These are too steep, and so this needed to be a longer staircase with shallower steps. All right, I'm staying. I don't know that it makes any difference for me. Maybe I'd be better off just hanging onto the tree. But yeah, well, there's plywood up here to try to keep these pieces together. This is bad. Oh, Jeff's going on the outside. He's a risk taker.
Yeah.
Okay.
Evil Knievel.
All right. So yeah, no railing up here. There's nothing at all right here. You could just walk right off the edge. This railing is way too short. It's got to be almost probably 1.5 feet taller than what it is. I mean, everything about this. And now, not only that, check this out. There's a full-on air conditioning condenser out here that is big old heavy boy sitting on top of this thing. Please don't shake that.
Optimum place for it, on top of wood.
On top of a, you know, totally shady deck or platform here, and that's going right into the house right here. So, all right, there's more to this, guys. There's more I want to show you. So let's carefully make our way back down the steps here. Oh my gosh. I like how I've got my hand out for the railing that I can't reach.
Maybe you should just call the fire department.
Get the ladders. Oh, Jeff's going for it. All right. So here's the thing. That's actually only one of the decks on this structure. It's insane. There's another deck here that is maybe even more scary to look at. So we've actually done a tour of that. We've posted that over on Jeff Ostroff's channel. So you can check that one out right here. My name is Nils with Learn to DIY. Thanks for watching.